Hey, folks, welcome to another Catch Up with Mayo on a Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, generally the time that I do these. Yeah, I wonder how many people we got waiting. Oh, I see there's quite a few already. All right, I'm glad that people are here. Sometimes I think about putting one of those introductions, those countdowns that go 30 seconds or even 60 seconds. I don't know if that helps people get to the beginning to catch this right from the start. Um, uh, Rub my eyes. Been very busy today. Busy day today. Doing a lot of listening to the new John and Yoko "Power to the People" box, which I'm sure will come up during the course of this. Uh, I was sent a complimentary box of CDs by the Lennon Estate, and I'm giving it a lot of listens with the headphones, actually, in the car too, the car and the headphones. And I'm dealing with it, trying to get it all listened to as fast as possible. So let's say hello to a few people. Hi, Gary. How are you? Hello, James. How you doing? I haven't seen Orioles #1 before. Am I getting Anthology 4? Absolutely. Sure. I'm a completist when it comes to that particular stuff. So, yeah, I want to get it because I want to hear the new outtakes, the outtakes that we've never heard before, studio sessions we have not heard before. Of course, a lot of it's going to be stuff we have already, or if you're a diehard like me and stuff you have heard already, you own it maybe. But it's going to be good to hear the stuff we haven't heard, outtakes of every little thing, outtakes of one outtake of Tell Me Why, I Need You from the Help album, the George song. So anyway, hi, George. What's going on with you? Still hanging on to decent weather here. Even though it's September the 20th and getting close to fall. We have a fall in a day or two, something like that. And still, we got 70 degrees, temperatures in the 70s, pretty good. Hi, Joe. How are you doing, Joe F? I collect Bob Dylan to some point. I like Bob Dylan. He's one of my favorite artists. I have most of his albums. There are some I'm missing, including some crucial albums that I haven't heard, believe it or not. Even though I've got stuff from the first self-titled Bob Dylan album and Freewheelin' and that stuff, all the way up to more recent stuff like Tempest and Rough and Rowdy Ways. Okay. Hey, what's up there, Lila? Mark that as Fab. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Cheers. Dylan is the closing act on Farm Aid. Hello, Marcus. What's doing? Where do you get all those Beatles shirts and how many do you have? I've never counted how many I have. I think there are some people out there who do videos that have even more Beatles shirts than I have. My girlfriend buys me a lot. She's got it very easy, Every time it's a birthday or a holiday, Christmas or something, all she's got to do is buy me Beatles shirts. Very easy. She doesn't have to think about it. Or not just Beatles shirts, but also movie-related shirts for my movie channel. So she's got an easy job of that. Me, I never know what to get her. So, good afternoon, Romoga. How the hell are you? Okay, you watched Spinal Tap, the original, and the Ruddles documentaries last night. Both excellent, especially when you haven't seen them for a while. Yeah, like I said, I've seen them both. The Ruddles is okay. Spinal Tap is okay. I'm not really nuts on Spinal Tap. Hello, Elvin. Hello, Ali. Have not watched any movies recently since the last one when I talked about the Sound of Music, which I saw at the theater. Been listening to a lot of Lennon music lately. Yeah, I know what this is. Blood vessel. Sure, it's a Spinal Tap joke. Everybody says that. It's the most tiresome line. One of my little pet peeves when people say, "Oh, I love Jaws. Jaws is one of my favorite movies. I know all the words." Then they proceed to say, "You're going to need a bigger boat," as if that's something like, unique. Or you say, "Hey, I love Spinal Tap." They go to 11. You know, I always know how much people know or how much they're really into a movie by which lines they use. Okay, I really enjoyed the original Ruddles, but the second one was not good. That's what Tom Hagnotti said. Hello, Mark. I just got the new Criterion Blue release of This Is Spinal Tap. It's got the original commentary with the actors as themselves, along with the newer one with the actors as the band. Interesting. How was Sound of Music? How was Sound of Music? Come on, man. I got a movie channel where I did a review on it. Watch the review. Yeah, I talked about it on my last movie stream, the movie stream that I do on Mr. Cinemayo, my movie show every Monday. And I did a video on it on Mr. Cinemayo. The funniest bit in the Ruddles, or where the black blues guy's wife says he's always lying. Oh, yeah, I know that. He's lying. He's always lying. Yeah, I know. I remember that. Every time there's a documentary on white music, he claims he starts it. Last week, he said he started the Everly Brothers. Then Lawrence Welk. I remember that. But there you go. I'm going to put a link up here in case I don't know if Mark feels like coming up today, or we'll see anybody else that maybe can. Maybe. Now I got to figure how to do this. I keep forgetting. You think I never did this before, Hold on, folks. I'm still trying. This happens all the time. I'm trying. You don't know what I go through here with this link. To copy and paste it always seems to be surgery. I don't know why. Hi, Winston. Very curious to see how McCartney's voice is on his upcoming tour. I have a pretty good idea. I think his voice is shot, and I'll stick by that, and I'll also say that sometimes, many times, I've seen him when his voice isn't good, and I still have a good time at the show because I'm just happy to be there with him and with the fans. But I'm not going to pretend that he's sounding great because he's not. Hi, Christian. Have you seen the UK report where Quarry Bank School want nothing to do with Lenin? He was a bully and a disruptor, and his name is on most historical detention sheets from the 50s. Way to go, John. Good for you. That's rock and roll. That's rock and roll. What a load of nonsense. I mean, we know that John was like that, but everything's exaggerated today. Sorry, Marcus. Sorry. I don't want to make Marcus run away. He might melt. So, all right, Marcus, I'll tell you what I think. I thought it was great. I thought the Sound of Music was great on the big screen. First time I've ever seen it, really. And it hit the right spot, and it's now a favorite musical of mine, maybe the number one musical. And it was a great experience. Spinal Tap 2 is bang average and sad to see them so old. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time. I've heard mediocre things about it. I'm not even that thrilled with the first one. I could live my life without seeing This Is Spinal Tap again, though it was pretty decent. And I could certainly live my life without seeing Spinal Tap 2. I'm interested in the McCartney appearance. I've seen some of the McCartney stuff from the new Spinal Tap. Other than that, I got other things I am interested in life. Am I in school tomorrow? I'm going to be there, but I'm not going to be on the air. I'll be stuck there tomorrow. Yeah, I got away with it. I didn't have to go there. This past Sunday, I was free. Let's bring up Mark. Mark's here. All right, Mark, take some of the pressure off me today, huh? Because I'm just like, I don't know, just not feeling it so much.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, there's another wild background I see.
Yeah, decided not to go with a theme today.
Yeah, what is that?
Almost. It's just a psychedelic background.
At times, I think I see wings of bugs or something in there.
I don't know. I was looking for something that was themeless.
Now, was that so hard? Thanks. No, it wasn't hard, but nor was it hard to just go check my review out.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new Spinal Tap yet, but I did listen to the soundtrack and I was disappointed. And talking about Paul's voice, when he did Cups and Cakes, it was shot.
All right. Look, hey, Paul, I don't want to
go on My Valentine with Barbra Streisand, but on this one, no.
Yeah. Barbra Streisand, he was kind of yeah, I thought it was decent, but I think he was kind of whispering it, wasn't he? Almost a whisper.
Well, he did the original that way too.
To get through it, and it's like, even when his voice was kind of rough then, that's like 2012. So,
earlier than that.
Meaning that's really, it's a long time. It's a long time ago. It is earlier than that, I think. Yeah,
You're right. It was 2012. Wow.
I'm trying to remember because I think I know my girlfriend and I we remember getting into that album. Great seeing you getting recognized by Sean and Yoko for your honest opinion. Yes, and I feel like I have to make it clear that I'm honest and that's what they want us to be, because they get so many people that are it's easy to say, they just do this because they know they're going to praise them and say everything's good and everything. Well, I've listened to a lot of this already, this Power to the People box. That's what I was doing today. In fact, I had to stop to come on here. I almost wanted to keep going. And I have some negatives about it, and a lot of positives too. So mostly positives, honestly. Writing notes down. The Sting. Oh yeah, I love the Sting. I'm glad I got to see it. Yeah, I got to see it again on the big screen. I didn't see it this time. I saw it on the big screen when I was 15. This time I got to see it, again last year. Mark's background's always great. Cheese and onions. Yeah. Yep.
Thank you, Lila.
Joe, please, Joe, sing, please. Thank you. Paul McCartney. Does that mean you want me to sing, Paul? No, you don't. Come on. I don't know if I'm in the mood today. I always try to give you a little singing, but I don't want to drive Mark and everyone else out of here. Oh, there you go. That's an interesting background.
I had to pull out my old Ruddles wallpaper that I put.
Yeah, Ruddles. Perfect. Hi, Tanner. Good to see you always. I've seen Paul twice, honestly, throughout the concerts. The shape of his voice never really crossed my mind. Just a great experience being there. Yeah, that's what I kind of said. And I think that's what he gets by on, and that's okay. I'm not just saying that. It's okay. Yeah. It's good. People have a good time. I went to see him the last time was in 22. 3 years ago, not too long ago, and I had a wonderful time, even though I wasn't thinking about his voice. When you're at especially a big stadium and you got the crowd and you got his band singing with him, it's just overwhelming and it's great. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Joe. The experience is what matters. That's the whole point of going to a live concert.
Sure. Paul even admitted that he had problems reaching the correct key when making My Valentine with Streisand. I didn't know that he mentioned that. Did he?
I seem to recall that.
Hmm. I wonder if the Sean, Yoko, Danny circle have ever contacted a YouTuber asking for advice on any upcoming releases, opinions before its release. I don't know. I know sometimes they do. Not saying them personally, but when a company puts something out, you might have heard they always say, if anybody has any rare home movies or anything we can use, they would contact us or send them in, things we could use. Sometimes the collectors and fans have stuff, that they don't.
I'm going to risk getting getting you annoyed and saying watch the video, but I haven't watched your unboxing of the Power to the People set because I tend not to watch unboxings that
Right.
much. I prefer the reviews, but have
Sure.
you listened to the set yet?
Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of alluding to a little bit. I spent the day listening to it yesterday, today. There's 9. Well, there's 9. Yeah, I'm doing it. There's 9 CDs.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I've gotten through 5. I got 4 more to go, and the four that remain, I don't think I'm looking forward to as much. I think the ones that I really want.
The jams and such.
I don't really want to hear a lot of that, but I have to. Zappa and all of that garbage. In my opinion, I'm not a Zappa guy, and all that scumbag and all that stuff. I'm not really that wanting to hear that. But anyway,
note everybody, he did not call Zappa a scumbag. That's a title.
Correct. Right. That's the name of the song. Although that's okay these days. I think I can use that word, which is bizarre. I remember when that came out, it was like, oh, that's a bad word.
There are worse terms we could use.
Or they had Chairman Mao and Richard Nixon. Well, it wasn't them. It was a couple of nude bodies, and they put their heads on them, but you didn't really see any. You didn't see any like private things or anything. It was just the rest of the outside of the bodies, and they covered it up with a sticker back then. Now it's okay to put that on. Nobody gives a damn about that. That's right, boom, blatantly in the open. It's other.
I'm not sure they don't give a damn about it, and if they don't now, they're liable to in a year or two. So I don't know.
It's just the way it is, and there's other, like I said before, because I'm going there again. I'm going there. Again, because it's really annoying that matter again with that song, and I'm gonna judge the value in this set, and there is a lot of value in it, definitely. But it's interesting. I think there's a couple of places here. Like I was listening to give you a little sneak preview. Like there's one song called "Open Your Box" that Yoko performs in the 1-to-1 concert, and before the concert, she says, this song just got banned or something like that. And John says, yeah, all our songs get banned except for Imagine. Well, he says like that. And then they still do it. It doesn't matter that they're protested and it's like they always were against it. It's funny. But
they had to use the Japanese title when they had it on a single, I believe. They called it Hirake.
Oh, yeah. I've heard, I heard of that, but I didn't know what it meant. And, I put that title on my video. I thought it would be fun because I opened the box, and on the thumbnail, I figured I'll put the title "Open Your Box" on the thumbnail, and hopefully they appreciate that. Kind of being and clever. Salute.
Well, in 1972, we didn't have unboxing videos.
Yeah. But in my video, I did read a letter, and it's very nice that the Lennons put that in. This is the book that comes with that I show Power to the People, right?
How much of the book have you read?
No. The book, I just was consulting it for information on the tracks because I'm too busy right now listening to the tracks, and I'm using this chapters on like those discs and what they are, what they contain. Now, I want to show you this. Now, those of you who don't know, I mean, there's the sticker up there too that's covering up.
Right.
It covered up. The original way it was presented, it covered it. All right. Now, here's a letter that's reproduced. You can't see it that well. But I'm going to read it. Now, when I read this, bear with me, folks. I did this in my video for those who didn't see it because it's amazing that they include this in here. And I give them kudos for including it, by the way. Now, this is John and Yoko. Sounds mostly like John writing. He's signed John and Yoko. I may make mistakes and stutter. I'm going to try not to, because when you're reading something, he says, this is to Capitol Industries in Hollywood, Capitol Records. It says, so it's John. Yoko and I were really upset when we received a few hundred sometime in New York City records from Capitol of New York with a gold sticker censoring the photograph of Mao and Nixon dancing. If our work has to be censored, why couldn't Capitol A, inform the artist, B, stick it on the outside cellophane? That way, at least the beautiful photograph could have been revealed in the privacy of one's own home, thus offending no one, instead of ruining the whole album cover, which is obviously the censor's intention. You can't even steam the damn thing off. If Capitol was afraid of Nixon, they look a bit silly now. They just made a mistake. Sorry. Then he writes, John says, I'm really sick and tired of fighting EMI/Capitol, who over the years have effed up some of my/our most radical and effective covers, including the now rare and expensive Beatle Meat and Babies picture. Not to mention Two Virgins, another classic, he writes. you know, I knew in the bank-like corporative mind, sometime in New York City is not imagined, but to me, they are all the same, regardless of the position of Al Corey's belt buckle. This letter isn't personal, it's just furious, unquote. Love to you and Sumi, John and Yoko. Okay? And
that it's not personal. It's just furious as a riff on it's not personal, it's just business.
Okay. There you go. And there it is. And
Al Corey was the president of Capitol at the time, I believe.
Yeah. But I give them credit. I give the Lennon camp credit for putting that in there. They put it in there. But, you got that. Then you got quotes. You got the quote in there about, he banned everything of mine except for Imagine, he says, which now I wouldn't be surprised if it gets banned either, though. That's got a lot of controversy now.
Yeah, sorry, vice president of Capitol Records.
Vice president.
Bhaskar Menon was the president at that point.
Where were you? Yeah. We're going to go back up.
Let me ask you one other question about the set, and then I'll stop with that particular thread, which is, would you recommend listening to the original mix of the album before the box set arrives?
The original, sometime in New York City?
Yes.
Well, if you're not familiar with it, maybe.
Well, I'm familiar with it, but it's been a very long time since I've listened to it. I'm very familiar with it. It's not my favorite of his albums, but I do like it, and I know it very well. And there are some differences here, as always, when they strip it down, which is kind of what the songs mostly are. And some of them, I think, were improved by it, and a couple of them I think missed something, but I don't, I'll get into all of that, of course, whenever I'm done and make the full video, which I'd love to do. It'll happen.
Just can't wait, but I think I gotta give it all a real listen. Okay, you applied to get a ticket for his no phone concert, and do you think he should do the same for his other concerts? What are we talking about?
I have no clue.
Talking about Paul. There's no Paul thing going on, maybe. Oh yeah, when watching different YouTube videos of the concerts, his voice doesn't sound good. I agree. It's funny how you watch a video on YouTube, it sounds pretty bad, the Paul shows, but when you're there, it sounds better. It's weird. To me, anyway. Saw McCartney in '93. So great voice, great show at the Sky Dome in Toronto. Yeah, I saw him in '93.
I saw him in 2014, and I saw him again in 2019, I think it was. And he was great in both appearances.
There you go. I listened to Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl reissue the other day. I was surprised that it was good, but not that exciting a listen. Well,
I wish they'd put out the whole thing, though.
Yeah, a lot of people
The
were upset that.
minimal track selection they put together is not the best representation, in my view.
Hmm.
But then that whole 8 days a week thing, I'm still unhappy about it.
Yeah, it's not what I wanted, really. I mean, I enjoy it for what it is, but it's not what I wanted, really.
Yeah.
You know? In tribute to Robert Redford, I also watched All the President's Men, which I've never seen, and Barefoot in the Park, which I've never seen.
You should see All the President's Men. It's superb.
Yep.
I can't say on Barefoot in the Park. It's been a very long time, so I don't remember that one.
And I suppose Sneakers also.
That one I've got on my list to watch again because I just recently got a Blu-ray of it with a commentary, but I need to watch the film first because it's been a very long time and then watch it with the commentary. I love those commentaries.
Here's a question for you.
Yep. Lila asks, what was my latest vinyl purchase and what is his next acquisition? I buy very little vinyl. The only time normally that I get vinyl is either if there's something I really want that I can't get any CD or digital version of it and I have to get the vinyl, or if it's a super deluxe set with other stuff that I really want and it comes with a vinyl. So the last one of those was the Shakti Mind Explosion live set, which is, of course, Zakir Hussain passed away, and very sad that happened. But they had recorded a series of concerts in 2023, and they put out a live CD this year. And I wanted the lithograph that was in there, plus a bunch of coasters. So I wound up getting the box set of that, and it's very nice. As far as what my next acquisition is, I don't think I have any vinyl coming. I do have several box sets coming. In fact, I just ordered the new Dylan. So I've got the Dylan.
I was thinking of ordering that one, by the way.
Should be a good one because it's got a lot of early Dylan stuff, and that should be very interesting.
Well, the thing is, I only knew him of going to the coffee houses and things, or the early demos in like 60, 61. Something I didn't know there were 50s things.
I think there's only 1 or 2 or 3 50s tracks at the very beginning.
Well, it must be.
I've heard one sample, and the quality is very good, but it wasn't one of the 50s tracks.
But I mean, it's stuff that we haven't had yet. It's not the Whitmark demos and things like that.
As far as I know, it's mostly stuff that hasn't been out before. I think there might be a little bit of overlap, but not a whole lot. I've seen the track list, but I haven't done any comparisons. It's just I've got so many of the bootleg series that I have to continue it. And as I say, I'm looking forward to early Dylan stuff. Should be interesting.
Yeah.
What I really wanted them to do this year was Dylan and the Dead. I would really like to see that expanded because what we got was a pale shadow of what those concerts were from what I've heard and read.
Was that 86, 8?
I think it was later than that. Let me check. 89.
Okay.
Early 89, which means the concerts were probably 88.
See, okay. Let's Marcus has been with this comment here. That was quite revealing of a statement in the book from John about not wanting his Sometime in New York City being censored. And now we go in 2025. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Wait, the emission on the cover. Illustration on a future possible re-release of Shea Fish. There'll be a white gap in the middle of the cover. Well, the way they're handling this is that they're not touching what they call history. It's just now, like, if it was before 2025 or whenever, it's nothing's being taken away or altered or anything. Which is like, to me, it's still there. Then I could go on in this forever. It's still there. If it's still there, it's still whatever they think is the harm. It's still there. In fact, I still stand by the idea that by deleting it and everybody talking about sending shockwaves through is bringing more attention than just simply, adding it here and putting it here without any fanfare or anything about it, and just the only ones that want this thing. And believe me, you got to be a diehard to want this. I've really, after listening to 5 discs, I'm telling you, I appreciate that they've been sending this to a lot of young fans, and they're entitled as well, of course. But I don't think they really think much of this or play this that often or care. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if you're there and you're younger, because I don't know. If you really want to hear like the evolution mixes and jams of stuff like I don't know, Born in a Prison, or which I'm fine with, I do, or John Sinclair or stuff like that, or Attica State. I mean, I think this is really for the diehards. The people, those are the ones that really this is made for, really, but they're marketing it as a young person's thing. That's my feeling. And I'm being honest, that's what they want.
Yeah, I can't picture them ever re-releasing Shaved Fish either. It was not the best of collection I've ever seen, and that's saying very little.
A lot of people don't know. There's also a line that's edited out of the Shaved Fish version of that song, but not for any reason, just for length, I think. Then that was even back in original in 1975.
Really?
Yep.
It was bad enough that they chopped Give Peace a Chance to a fragment.
Yeah.
Which really ticked me off at the time, because I bought that album having not collected that many Lennon singles. I think I had Instant Karma and Power to the People, and then I had the albums. So a lot of the other singles I didn't have, and I was looking forward to getting Give Peace a Chance and Cold Turkey. And Give Peace a Chance was just a tiny fragment. I think Cold Turkey was complete, was it not?
Yeah.
Actually, I did have the single Cold Turkey. The problem is it had a skip in it.
Yeah.
I had a lot of that. That's one of the reasons I don't like vinyl. I had a lot of records that skipped.
Did I say hello to Henry? Hello, if I didn't say hello. The covered up Nixon and Mao, but there were other things. I guess you mean covered up Nixon and Mao, but there are other things on the cover that could have also been covered. There's no consistency. Well, I don't think the record company, especially, I don't think they even knew. Talking about today, they even knew half of the lyrics in there. There's other things in there. You want to start looking at things that people get all uptight about. There were a lot of potential words and just a little humorous to me, but they didn't stand out or jump out at anybody like the offending song did. So, yeah, we covered this already, Henry. Yep. Yeah, well, it depends. You see, that's the thing. Again, this is turning into this, and I started it really, but like the Pope smokes dope. There's a certain segment of people that would not appreciate that, and some people don't care, and some do and some don't. And I think that's the same about everything, really, in my opinion. Not everybody's offended by the Woman's Is song. Not everybody, even of a particular group, not everybody is. So, some people perfectly understand and say that, I get it. It's not a big deal. I listened to the 2005 CD remix of Sometime in New York City recently. It was a very good mix. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I have the original album, but it's probably not where I can get it at it easily. So I have that Lennon box with all the albums, and I think those are the remixes from 05. I'll have to look.
Mm-hmm.
I've got too much stuff.
With a film or cinema channel, Joe, do you think it's your duty to see Spinal Tap 2? No. I don't call mine, I don't know. What's help me with a word, because I can't always get it for
complete.
The complete movie, I don't know. Every movie ever made.
Comprehensive.
Yeah.
It's your choices.
No, it's whatever I feel like watching. Yeah. How can I?
I'm probably not even going to go. I'm a big Spinal Tap fan, and I'm probably not going to see it in a theater. I'm going to wait till it comes out and watch it at home.
It's documentary kind of feel. See, Mr. Blood Vessel, I see Mr. Blood Vessel. I know each other. We see each other. So I tell him to his face, things. It's so stupid when people do this. Let's be honest, it's just stupid. I could name 192 movies you didn't see and say, you didn't see that? Really? You didn't see that? I could do the same thing. Because it's like, politics, newspaper, I don't really like what I think it's about. Although, because of its reputation, I still may see it. I mean, there's certain movies I've said, like I'm not wild about war movies. I haven't seen a lot of the great ones because of that. There's just certain things I'm not interested in, I bought Patton recently because I like George C. Scott, and that's his big, he won an award for that. And but the whole idea of watching that turns me off. But yeah, I did pick it up very cheap, like a few dollars. So I'll probably get it on because of its reputation. Same thing with All the President's Men. I mean, I like the actors in it. So I think I would be willing to watch that more for the actors than this topic.
And given how many good performances in it, it's worth watching, even if you don't care for the subject matter.
Yeah. And that happens.
I highly recommend it.
That can happen, sure. Hello, Chris. What would you say your favorite lineup of the All-Star Band is? Oh, I have one. I've seen Ringo a couple of times, once with the All-Star Band and then the recent Ryman performance. Both great shows. I think my favorite, and I can't remember them all, I don't want to get them, was 1995. Felix Cavalieri was in there. John Entwistle was in there. Randy Bachman, I believe, was in there. Was it Argent? Was he in there too? Maybe. I really like that. And I don't know if that also featured. Man, I know these names sometimes they fail you. Oh man, I know his name. He was in the 1992 All Stars from Guess Who? What's his name again?
Oh, Randy Bachman?
No.
Burton Cummings?
Burton Cummings.
Really?
I don't know if he was back in 95. I might be mixing up two. But I like the 92 lineup. I like the 95 lineup. Those are the two I like the best. You transfer all your CDs to computers or Walkman tape players? What?
Well, first of all, Walkman long gone. I do transfer some CDs, not everything. In fact, periodically, I want to find something that I thought I'd transferred, and I find I never did. So I have to pull out the CD and transfer it and then put it on. These days, those things go on my phone.
There you go. 38 Special, you lost me.
I remember them vaguely.
Hello, James. Cat Stevens on the road to find out greatest hits career spanning collection. It was a great listen. Yes, Mark, I agree completely. I'd buy a Dylan and the Dead set right away. Actually, I'm sure there's still a lot of great Dylan stuff that could be released. Yeah. I haven't gotten every one of those bootleg series, but there's some I want to catch up with, particularly the one I should have got immediately. And I forget the name again, but it was Highway 61 and Blonde on Blonde.
Cutting Edge.
Cutting Edge. Will I remember it next time? I love that album.
The only reason I know that one is I have I think it's a 6 CD version, but there was a massive box that I didn't get. And I'm a little sorry I didn't get it, but also how often do I listen to that stuff? But yeah, that's some absolute classic Dylan.
Okay. Robert S., if you're still here, hello. Robert S., let me know if you have anything interesting you want to tell us or you want to pop up here or tell us in writing. You know what I'm referring to. We'll see how that goes.
Hint.
Okay, I'm sorry. I go up and down a lot here. Greetings, Great Britain. Great Britain. Looking forward to the new bootleg series set. Always great to get a new one coming out. And I love that Dylan's so cool about it. I tire of Lennon and Harrison solo stuff really quickly. They seem to wear and bog me down.
Ouch.
Yeah. Okay. At least with McCartney releases, at least a few tunes are going to raise your soul and make your day better. Well, how about raising your soul spiritually where it counts? I mean, about poignant stuff, heart-wrenching lyrics and moods and topics and like that. If you're talking about your soul, the sense of, hey, let's all have a good day, sunshine. I'm with you 1,000%. We need that too. Nothing like going out there and hearing a good ho, hey, ho. You want to forget your troubles, but sometimes, I do need you got to hide your love away. Or sometimes I need to hear beware of darkness, too.
I sense the topic of a rant video coming on.
No, just the way with my passion. It's tough. It's tough, man. I do my best, but that's just the kind of person I am. People, just the way it is.
Well, George is still my favorite. I love Paul, but George is my favorite.
Flipper just got Joni Mitchell's Joni Jazz box set. Really getting jazz? She does jazz?
This is a collection of, I don't have it. I don't have it on order. I've gotten several of the earlier sets, but this one, I just decided not to go for at this point. But it's gotten great rave reviews, so I'm sure there are greater Joni Mitchell fans than I.
There's Robert S. again. Well, this doesn't tell me what I want to know. I just got back from APANG's exhibition of photographs. I now own a photo of John and Ringo, 67 of 199. Terrific. What I want to know is, do you own a picture of you and May Pang? That's what I want to know. Because I was going to go. I could have just went with him. I was going to go, and I said, nah. Didn't feel like it. Let's see.
Did you ever get to see the Billy Preston documentary?
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah. I saw it online one time when it was just available for like a day or two. It was sensational. And as far as I know, there's no indication of a home release, which is really a shame because it's one of the best music documentaries I've seen.
No, he was really good. Yeah, I think you've said this before. I think I get this quote pretty regularly.
That could apply in many places.
What do you think of the chances that the Beatles anthology will be released on Blu-ray? Hopefully, eventually.
I'd say the chance is 70%.
70 is good. The Lennon 4 CD set box from 1990s, good enough for me. Okay, enjoy. What's my opinion of Tarantula? That's a 1950s sci-fi monster movie. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not one of my favorites, but it's good. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Hopefully, they weren't referring to the Bob Dylan book.
I feel like a schmuck. Thank you, Ramoga. The Bob Dylan book. Thank you, Ramoga. I care about the movie.
No, it could be either one.
It's probably the book. Hi to you, PK. Where are the times when men were tough like John Wayne, his movies, or even Tarzan? They never heard of Awoke.
Next.
Okay. I know it's not one of your favorite things. Not counting the Beatles. No, I know all about the movie Satan's Bed, but I've never seen it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know about that myself.
From a long time ago, Burton Cummings.
Okay.
The Danko and Helm from the band. That's probably the first one, 1989, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was going to try to figure out which lineup. I've seen him 3 times, I believe. In 99, it was either 99 or 2000, and then a couple of times last decade. And the band, I know I saw him with Greg Rowley, which was really good. But I think that was also with Todd Rundgren, which wasn't thrilled with him. But in the previous one, I believe that was the one with Howard Jones.
Yeah. I get them mixed. After a while, they run together. I forget who's in what. Complete Unknown discounted here in the UK. Yeah.
It was a decent film. It's not my favorite of all time, but it was decent.
Yeah, Marcus, we were discussing this a little earlier.
Yeah, you'll have to watch that part of the video later. Rewind. Be kind.
Yeah. Yeah, are you trying to say, John's number 4 for you? I feel sorry for you, Lila. I like you, but you gotta get a real person. I always see he's real.
Entitled to her opinion.
The Gospel Years. I like Slow Train Coming, but I maybe Shot of Love a little bit less, but Saved, I never played it.
I was surprised how much I enjoyed Saved. I'd never expected to, but it was a fun listen. The Trouble No More set is good. It's got a lot of material that I would not normally have listened to, but I quite enjoyed it.
Did I put this up? Blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
That's all. What's yours? Hello, Eric.
Like stuck on these.
Well, I'm glad you say this because a lot of people, we go through periods in time. Right now, the period that most people say that I'm encountering on social media and having a channel of my own is that people think Lennon's career is the weakest of the 4, including Ringo. That they just put it down and everything. Well, what can I say? That's what a lot of people think these days. There are exceptions, people, but I wish.
I cannot wait. I know somebody said Walls and Bridges Deluxe will probably not come out until 2027.
Yeah.
I'm really eager for that one because that is my favorite Lennon album. And I think it's going to undergo a critical review at that point. And I think that's going to really help the Lennon catalog.
Yeah, I hope so because it's a good one. It's a good album, I think.
It's a fabulous album.
All right, so I guess Robert S. is going to come up, maybe if he's still here, to talk a little about this. And it looks like I struck out by not going, but it's okay. I didn't go. Chose not to go.
Mama told you not to go?
What's up, Conga Man? John Wayne overcompensated being tough because his real name was Marion. Whatever. Whatever. You don't have any phobias there. His name's Marion, do you? No phobias. I hope that Paul will have Ringo on a song or two on whatever he's working on. I'm glad he isn't rushing it. I can only guess he's rushing it to get it right, really good. That's all I can guess.
We hope.
Not rushing it. What did I say? Taking his time. Yeah, he's taking his time. Your favorite Universal movies, Joe, were there Oscar awards back then? Yes, there were. Any of the classic horrors win any? I don't think so. Frederick March in 1932, I think, won for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde as for Best Actor. Which
really?
Is and that's not really technically, I mean, that's a 1930s movie, horror movie, a monster, but it's not Universal technically. It was Paramount Pictures. But yeah, he's the only one that won anything. Yeah.
There should have been at least awards for makeup and such for Frankenstein and the like.
Yeah, I think that maybe Jack Pierce, the makeup man, might have got an honorary award after he was dead, though. I think. Anyway, I don't know anything about. I don't think anybody knows anything about Mark Lewis in Volume 2.
No. The big question, I say this every time, is whether it's going to be Mark Lewison's book or George R.R. Martin's book first.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we got Robert S. Ready,
or neither. Third choice.
Here we go. Hi, Robert S.
Hello.
There he is.
So
How you doing?
today you got to meet May Pang, huh?
Yes, got to meet her, talked to her for quite a while, and ended up buying one of the photos that she took.
Okay.
So that set me back a pretty penny. and then I got a video of her signing it, and she's explaining about the picture.
Nice.
It's called Company Directors. And it's John and Ringo. And I'll try to show it to you.
Oh, how good is that? How nice is that? That's a really nice picture.
Yeah. And she signed it.
Okay.
There's a certificate of authenticity on the back.
Wow.
So, very happy. Good day. I got pictures with her, videos, but it's on my phone, which I'm holding right now.
And I had because I didn't know about it. He told me a day or two in advance he's going to be around. You want to go? And I was like,
I asked if you were going to go.
What's happening to me lately? I'm like, for the channel and everything. And I was like, yeah, that would have been great to. I mean, I did get May Pang's autograph way back in 1981 when I was 19 at a Beatle Fest. She was just there. I would say she was just milling about the crowd. She wasn't a guest. Right. And I recognized her, and I had a John album, and she signed the back of it. Okay. So I did get that. But yeah, there would have been. There's still time. Well, that's what I said about meeting John too. So
yeah, really. Be careful.
And Davy Jones too. I also said there was time. I kind of was there. He was at a convention. I'm like, man, next time. So well, anyway,
I could only hop up here for a minute. I've got to get going, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, thanks for showing it. That's congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. Now you just got to get it framed and matted and.
Yep.
Well, very nice.
I know.
Figure out where to go. I'm not going to Michael's or any place like that to do it.
Both of you talking at once. What?
I said I need to get it framed, but I'm not going into like Michael's or any kind of shop like that to have it done.
Yeah, I know a very good framer in Dallas, Texas, but it's probably nowhere near where you are.
No, that's a little far from Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long walk. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming up, Rob. Yep.
All right. So long.
All right. Mark Lewis, and I watched an interview with him, and he hates Apple. Can't remember what topic it was about now, but they really turned on him. So much for that. Is he still there?
It's frozen, so it's probably done.
Only get rid of his
the ghost of Robert S.
He's got that stare. All right. I have begun my first vinyl purge in a few years. Why is choosing what to sell so hard? Yeah, collecting is such an addiction. That is hard. I've tried to do that. I'm like, no, I can't give that up. No, I can't give that up.
Every time I've either sold stuff or thrown it away, I've regretted it later. That's why I have so much garbage.
My opinion is that there's not a lot of downers off of Walls and Bridges, Double Fantasy, etc. I don't think George's later albums were downers either. Well, like I said, again, I don't want to offend Lila or anybody out there. I love Paul. Paul's probably the best of, as far as musically, that. But
he's certainly the most prolific of the Beatles.
Who? Paul?
Paul.
Prolific? What's prolific mean? I mean, I know what it means, but I mean, in this discussion,
he's done a lot of recordings.
Oh, he's done a lot of recordings. Yeah, I thought you meant prolific. Like, what am I thinking in the sense of lyrical content? Or
no, it has nothing to do with that. It's just he's done more recordings than the other Beatles.
Yeah, that's the way. That's how.
Not a value judgment; it's a quantity judgment.
Yeah. Quantity, or was it quality over quantity? But anyway,
that too, but that's different, and we can always nitpick about these things. Plenty of nits to pick.
Plastic Ono Band, best album, tough listen. You have to be in them. Well, I admit that too. You see, that's the thing. I mean, that's a freaking work of art. And as great as Paul is, as melodic as he is, as much of a commercial bubblegum tunesmith as he is, the guy could never do an album like that on his best day. And that's one thing John's got over him. And, but I say more that he would, in my opinion, wouldn't be willing to do it. Maybe I don't know if he's capable. I just think he doesn't want to reveal all that kind of thing.
I think he's capable of it, but it's not the kind of thing he likes to do. The closest he probably came was the song Here Today.
Yeah. Which
But
again,
somebody who did For No One has the capability of hitting heights like that.
Yeah, For No One, certainly. Little Willow, but that's really a tribute to Maureen, Ringo's wife.
And my personal favorite from Chaos and Creation in the Backyard, Riding to Vanity Fair.
Yeah.
That song has depth to it that most McCartney songs do not.
This is true. That's why I always call Chaos the closest thing to John's Plastic Ono kind of thing for Paul.
Agreed. It tends to fade out at the end, and we get more of the usual Paul at the end, but the rest of it is very, very good.
Well, they used to say this about him, not anymore. Hopefully John gets built up again. Because I always say, after John was murdered, he became this martyr and this saintly kind of guy, and I always say he was never a saint. He knows he was never a saint. He never wanted to be a saint. But the thing is, he was treated better for 10 years or so than he is now. Now he's just gone. To me, I still say it. I see it every day on Facebook. I see it on places I look, Instagram, Twitter, on my comments. It's like, it's like that, all these bad things about him for being human. And it just kills me sometimes, but it always comes up. You can't help it, Mark. It comes up from time to time. Oh, I don't know about this. Jekyll and Hyde's definitely my favorite version that I mentioned. Yeah, I don't like the Spencer Tracy one. I don't think can hold a candle to the earlier one with Frederick March. But
did Tracy play both parts in that one?
Spencer Tracy, yeah.
Wow, that's really outside his wheelhouse.
Yeah. But the preachiness bogs me down, the preachiness of the album. Not all the songs are preachy, you know what I mean? Just like not all Yoko songs are screaming.
She actually had a very good singing voice when she chose to use it.
Yeah,
a singing voice.
And just like not all McCartney songs are pure fluff sugar either. People just get something, the main thing that they're associated with the person, and they think that's all they can do, however it is. And I think
it's another good reason for the title "Open Your Box," because you don't want people to be stuck in a box.
Yeah, I hope they appreciated that, because like I said, I put that title up there on my video. I thought it'd be fun, but
I thought it was when I saw it.
Yeah,
seriously, I did. I'm not just buttering you up or even marginating you up.
No, and I didn't mean that whatever I said or however I laughed to mean that I thought you were either. Hello, what's going on, Yorkie girl? Yeah.
A scary avatar on Yorkie girl. I can choose any picture that's on my computer that would be the right shape and size, presumably. It's just I make my own wallpaper for my computer, and I tend to use those as backgrounds. Sometimes if I'm going into an event where I'm going to be on screen, I'll make a specific wallpaper just for that and put it in.
It's about time for me to get rid of some vinyl too. And I'm having the exact same problem, trying to pick mainly records that I don't really listen to. It's harder to do than it sounds. Yeah, it happened again the other day. I was at my record store. They had a vinyl of Frida Payne when she did Band of Gold, which is one of my favorite song of mine from the 70s. And it was like in the shrink wrap. It was open, but it was beautiful. It was pristine from 1972 or whenever that was a hit, early 70 maybe. Whenever it was, early 70s hit. And the only song on there I know. And I'm like, I gotta have this. It's so mint and it's nice, and to have the album. You look at it, reminds you of something about your childhood. I left it there. It's only $10. It wasn't a fortune, but I mean, this is what I mean. I got a thousand of these things, and I'm not going to do anything with them.
Yeah.
I moved into this place in 2015. That's 10 years ago. I've got cubes up here of records, 16 cubes. You don't really see too much, and they're untouched for 10 years. I mean, occasionally I pull one out for one reason or another, show something or whatever, but and that's what's going to happen we think another 10 years, I think, and so on. When I'm 73, and then when I'm 83. So I don't know, man. This is all part of that's for my other channel about life. Mayo's retired life. No offense taken by me on anyone here. I love everyone's opinion. Woo, I'm cool. Get your feel to love.
Good for you, Lila.
Oh, this is one of my all-time favorite McCartney songs. That's in my top 10. Some Days off Flaming Pie. I agree that Chaos of Creation is a fine album. Maybe Paul will do another one with depth like that. Well, you have to push him. The producer had to push him.
Yeah. And in fact, supposedly Riding to Vanity Fair was a very different sounding song when Paul brought it. I've never heard the fast version that Paul had originally submitted, and the producer told him to slow it down and give it some depth, and the results are self-evident.
Yeah. There you go. I love Flaming Pie. I do. I think I'm more a Beatles fan than a solo fan, though. Is that allowed? What do you mean, is that allowed? It's the other way around. Most people don't give a rat's ass about the solo Beatles, and they only care about the Beatles. It's the other way around. Is it okay to be a solo fan, folks? Is it okay? Of course, did you hear of any 2026 fest dates? And hell no. Yeah, come on, guy. If it's dead, tell us it's dead. And if it's going to be going on, tell us it's going on. Last thing I heard was that Labor Day weekend they were going to talk about the dates for the Jersey Fest. And, of course, that came and went. So I don't know what's happening. I haven't heard a thing from anybody, even on the inner circle that you try to penetrate, you try to ask. Nobody knows anything, or if they do, they're not talking.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, Joe, when you were talking about Frida Payne and Band of Gold, there are a couple of Holland Dozier Holland Hot Wax and Invictus sets coming out, which are going to have the singles packaged in them. So if that's the kind of music you enjoy, you might want to look into that. Just read about that. Sorry.
I like Tracy. Yeah. Flea market's not finished. I think it goes on to December, but I don't always want to go.
Yeah, they're restocking the fleas.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at me today. I mean, here I am, a retired guy. Well, it's a Saturday anyway, retired or not. I mean, I had nothing to do today. 12 noon. I'm in the morning guy, an early guy. You've got Maypang somewhere fairly nearby, drivable. Did I go? No.
So that was today?
Yeah, that was today. 12 noon or 1 o'clock. Wow. Paul's a great songwriter, but he seems to save everything, thinking that if he wrote it, then it's a classic. Not necessarily so. That's interesting. Yeah. Good point from before. I don't purge music. I don't purge books. My power of attorney friend has.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
true.
Everybody thinks it's about Heather. I thought he said somewhere that maybe it wasn't. Did you ever hear anything else about that?
No, but I always assumed it was about Heather.
What's your opinion about Bob Dylan's masterpiece, Rough and Rowdy Ways? I'll let you start if you heard it. You must have heard it.
It's not my favorite Dylan album, but it's got some good stuff on it. I certainly appreciate the work he put into it.
Well, I have it on CD. I played it once.
Yep.
I mean, I liked it. I liked the words. I remember liking some of the words, but based on one listen, I didn't feel anything musically that made me want to hear it again, if that makes any sense. as a song, like, you know.
Yeah, that very long "I Contain Multitudes," is it?
Don't remember.
Is that the name of the long track? I think it was.
I don't know which one was the long one. Not the Murder Most Foul. That's not the one.
Oh, yeah, I think that was the name of it. Yeah. Yeah, let me look at the track listing. Come on. Yeah, 17 minutes. No, "I Contain Multitudes" is a different song. Never mind. Yeah, "Murder Most Foul." I listened to that, I think, twice, and that was enough.
How often do you listen to George's Electronic Sound?
I listened to Electronic Sound once.
I've never heard it all the way. Never played it. I own it. I keep threatening to make a series of videos where I handle all those albums, some of the Fireman ones that I've never played. That one, Two Virgins. I think we played Two Virgins at the record store once. Just all these kinds of experimental things. Just you played them all, including, which I've still never heard. Not really experimental, but the Jam, Apple Jam. I still never played that.
Really?
Yeah.
I love the Apple Jam. That one I play a lot.
Joe, does the fact, I like the way he says fact, the fact that you're not the biggest May Pang fan, well, I don't know about fact, biggest May Pang fan contribute to you not interested in joining Robert S. My feelings are complicated with May Pang. Like I said, I feel I did meet her once already. I don't know if she knows about me and my channel. Occasionally, I didn't say the nicest things, my opinions. I always say that when I went to see that documentary that she did, the Lost Weekend one, I thought it was really well done, and I thought that I felt sad for her. Like I was getting teary eyed. I saw it like 3 times, and every time at the end I was getting a little misty because I felt sorry for her feelings and everything. But I just have the feeling that she was young, very young at the time, and she didn't really want to do this. She was like, no, he's your husband. I don't want any part of this. And then all of a sudden, now she's part of it. She's keeping it for like 50-something years or whatever it is now. And, latching onto it and extending it, that kind of thing. So I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know. I'm always interested in anybody who knew John or had any kind of interaction with John and can tell stories and show photos and all that. But I don't like when she says that, I was the one. Well, she admits that John had, I think she says in the documentary, John loved Cynthia, John loved Yoko, and he loved me. I believe that. But I think his number one soulmate, needless to say, was always Yoko. If you listen to even Walls and Bridges, there's that song Bless You, which says it all to me in that one song, even though there's a little knockoff tribute to, how do you, thank you much, tribute song, sweet, surprise,
yeah,
for Paradox to May. So anyway, I don't want to go too heavy here. I mean, I don't know what it is. And plus, like I said, I met her once. I may try it again, Rough and Rowdy Ways. I was so glad when that came out to have a new Dylan record. Yeah, and not the freaking Sinatra songbook or whatever he's doing, or I don't know, my opinion. I did love Tempest. I really liked it, except for the John Lennon song. I always have to mention. I get very self-conscious. Because I know people. Oh, because there's a Lennon tribute song on it, right? I hate that song. I think it's such a terrible song from a master like Dylan. It's such a knockoff and using like, I don't know all the words. It's just another day in the life. It's just when you do that, you just like start using song titles and name checking. And they shot him in the back and down he went. I'm like, come on, man.
Oh my God.
You could get better lyrics, can't you? And in 2012 from 1980, come on, a little late. Empty Garden is the song tribute song I like by Elton John. Oh, here we go. Like this means anything. I'm going after you a lot here, Lila. We can take it today. What does it mean anything? Oh, you're going to play it once and shelve it. What? So what? You know, I want to hear it. Occasionally, I don't pull the anthologies out 1, 2, and 3 very often. And when I do, what I play are the studio outtakes. That's what I like. I don't care much for live. I don't care much. I play studio outtakes, and I always will play those. So I'll probably play this anthology 4 studio outtakes now and then. But what does it matter even? I don't know. What do you think?
I'm looking forward to it. It's not going to be the greatest listen, but I'm looking forward to it. I always enjoy those things.
I don't think there's any triangle. In her mind, there's a triangle. I don't think John. I don't believe. I flat out don't believe that they had a relationship going all the way into the end. I don't believe it. I'm going to say it. I don't believe it.
I think once Sean came along, that was it.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Yeah. No, she says so, but he's dead, and he's not going to corroborate it. So I don't believe it. I'll be talking about an occasional afternoon delight or something. All right. But if you think anything of substance, I don't think so.
We just got a Starland vocal band cameo.
Yeah. Yeah. Does that include here today? Over here today, we mean somebody that's not like. I tell you one thing. I don't love all those years ago. I don't love that song.
Particularly the instrumentation and the arrangement. I think had he slowed it down and did something a little bit different with the arrangement, it could have been a workable song. But he also tried to cram too much into the verses. And when he turned it into a religious song toward the end, that didn't sit well with me because John was not the most religious person.
I wonder about that. Ooh. Help me, Lord, help me to help myself. God, help me to help myself. You hear that?
Well, this is the same guy who wrote Serve Yourself as a response to Dylan's Gotta Serve Somebody.
Yeah, 77. I thought we said John changes all the time.
That's very true.
How about the last day he got shot? You have to give thanks to God or whatever it is, the fact that we all survived. That was hours before he was killed.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I know it's so many like sad, ironic things.
Yeah.
I hope my work isn't finished till I'm dead and buried. I hope that's a long, long time. About 6 hours.
You make you cry.
Anyway, let's lighten up the mood with this abomination. In my opinion, I will not be listening to Dylan's album except for a laugh. I have it for a laugh. I play it completely for chuckles.
I'm trying to remember a Christmas album. I've got a box set with all the Dylan albums on CD, but I don't remember a Christmas album. Do you remember the name of it?
Christmas in the Heart.
Okay.
Yeah,
apparently I've never listened to that one.
Oh, believe me, it's hilarious. Unintentionally hilarious. But I think everybody likes Must Be Santa because Must Be Santa is at least like a fun song. I don't need him going like, I think, I think that's not even the best example of a song. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. But I mean, I like Dylan because of that about him, though. So, I mean, I get it with his voice. I get it. It depends on the movie for me, really. I watch all those old kind of movies. So,
I am a huge fan of The Adventures of Robin Hood, starring Errol Flynn.
Oh, that's a great one, yeah.
And the Blu-ray is absolutely fantastic. The vibrant colors, the soundtrack is amazing. It's a wonderful film.
Yeah, I'll go along with that. You play Buku's of Blues and Sentimental Journey once a year.
Both albums have several great songs on them. I'm a fan of both.
Okay, good. And do you think AI is just accepted in music now? I don't know about that.
I hope not.
I got in my wheelhouse. Most of the stuff that I'm interested in isn't new anyway, so you know. That includes Here Today. That song is sentimental for the fact that it's written by John's best friend, but as a song, Empty Garden for me. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I think I like Empty Garden better as a song. I don't know. Christmas in the Heart has become essential listening for me every year. I take it out at that time of year, listen, then it goes back on the shelf for another year. That's what I do with Ringo's Christmas album. I Want to Be Santa Claus.
I tried to listen to that one year. I didn't get that far.
No, you didn't make it. You didn't make it. Now, that is a good thing, Lila. You don't like John's Christmas song? And by the way, please don't give me, I know.
Uh-oh.
Because I don't want to hear that he's making people guilty and all of that kind of stuff. That's not my interpretation, but a lot of people's interpretation of it, but whatever. Simply having it. But that's a perfect example of the difference between these two guys. I like them both for what they are. I enjoy Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time, but just a fun, festive, nothing of a song. I love it. You know, ding dong, ding dong. I love it. I love it. You know, I love it. But I want to hear, well, you know, all you know, for Weekend for Strong, you know, and you know, the Black and for White, you know, the yellow and red ones. You know, I want to hear like some depth. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know,
how about Ding Dong Ding Dong from?
Yeah, it's not. You know, I can take it, but it's another.
I actually enjoy that one. I wouldn't say it's a favorite, but I enjoy the song.
Yeah, it's fun.
Particularly the bridge.
Yeah. Yesterday, today was. Oh boy.
Tomorrow, today will be yesterday. Apparently, that was another Sir Frankie Crisp saying.
Oh, was it?
So somebody told me that.
I would think that's just an obvious. It's so silly because it's so obvious. It's like saying, you know, up is up and down is down. Yeah, I know. You know, it's like yesterday, today was tomorrow. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Deep, man.
Yeah, 1970, when I started writing songs, I played with an idea of a song with the lyric, tomorrow is a long time coming, yesterday is a long time gone, it's today. The song was not very good.
I think I gotta put my Christmas rule up. No Christmas until after Thanksgiving. No, so I'm gonna start doing that. That's the end of the Christmas talk. I've never seen Tower of London.
Crimble.
Crimble stuff. I've never seen Tower of London from '62. 39, I only watch it because it's got Boris Karloff, Vincent Price, and Basil Rathbone in it. All, you know, young, you know, pretty much. That's why I like the 39 version. It's not very good, but I watch it because the three actors are in it. Three the greats.
Have you watched any of the Fu Manchu movies that Christopher Lee did?
There's a Karloff one that I like.
Oh, from the 30s.
Yeah, the 30s one, the Mask of Fu Manchu. I think I've seen some scenes from the Christopher Lee ones.
Okay,
but I've never watched the whole movie. What was your opinions on the latest Helter Skelter take? Well, I didn't even play it. Which one was it? It's one that's out already, right?
It was from the White Album box set, but it's going to be on Anthology 4.
Yeah. I want to hear one of the new ones. I want to hear.
Yeah, me too. And I really want to hear Real Love and hear what they did with that.
Yeah. Well, AI. I'm against AI in just about every way. I got to say just about, because people get you. I'll use thumbnails sometimes. Or the people in Danny that are cartoon. I'm not talking about cartoons. I'm talking about when I want to get into it. Other things they're doing with people.
Yeah, I have to quote from Tron. Soon the computers will be thinking and the people will stop.
Oh yeah, you wait. Well, I agree with you here. Yeah, I think Yoko, her presence in that song for me is very good, very important to that song. Yeah,
It's a pretty one.
yeah, I know. The thing
It's
that
a
gets
New
me,
Year's song.
Eric,
It's a
take this one.
holiday.
You want to rant about this too? Because I mean, because yeah, of course, it's more of a New Year's song. Okay, but it's still definitely. If somebody put a gun to my head and said, "You got to pick: is this a New Year's song or is it a Christmas song?" I'd say it's more of a New Year's song. Does it fit still the festive of the year? Yeah, to me, it still fits the festivities.
Yeah. It's a holiday song.
Holiday song. There you go. See how easy it is.
Holiday.
Holiday. I do love McCartney too, which I believe was recorded around the same time. Didn't Paul play temporary secretary in concert a few years ago? Yeah. I love Check My
He did
Machine.
it last year. Somebody said he did it last
Yeah,
year.
he's played it for a while now. I've seen him do it.
Yeah. I love Secret Friend.
Not me.
From that period.
And that's fine, because I like Check My Machine. A lot of people hate it. But Secret Friend does never. I always put that as my worst McCartney song when somebody tells me ask me what do you think, and I can't always come up with one right away, so I picked that one. Do you have one that you pick as a token for
worst?
Yeah.
I'd have to really think about that.
Well, you got off easy.
I'd probably lean toward the title song of Driving Rain.
Oh yeah, which is again, what is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go for a drive.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go there and back again, or something like that. That one I don't care for. Also, not thrilled with Freedom.
Oh yeah, that's a weak one. I agree with you.
But From a Lover to a Friend, that one I liked.
I'll take From a Lover to a Friend over the other one, Your Loving Flame. I'll take From a Lover to a Friend over. Yeah, there are more songs that I tolerate now better off, Flaming Club. Which reminds me, I got some McCartney stuff, some Beatles related stuff. It's in my trunk for a week. I'm driving around with it in my trunk, rattling around. I
hope it's not in the heat.
Yeah, I know. And one of them has to do with the Driving Rain sampler CD. 6 songs on it. The War Is Over If You Want It is.
Sorry, just on the previous thing. Basil Rathbone is a fun actor. Have
I like
The Court Jester with Danny Kaye?
No, the comedy.
Yeah.
Is he in? Basil Rathbone's in there?
Basil Rathbone is the main villain, and he's fantastic. He's great.
Oh.
So is Angela Lansbury. She's in that. Glynis Johns is in it. Not Glenn Johns. Glynis.
Yeah.
I love The Court Jester. That's so.
I do like Basil Rathbone quite a bit. I'd watch almost anything if he was in it. Like I liked. I think it was the Mark Azzaro. He was in that. I like that. There's a lot of movies I could recommend. Some people haven't heard of them. One of them is, I keep talking about a movie that's almost impossible to find, and it only exists in poor quality. It's called Love from a Stranger, and it's from 1937. But you have to enjoy that kind of movie about a guy that's marries wealthy women to finish them off, and he's not completely nuts. He's this suave, debonair character, and then he turns to be a complete Looney Tunes.
Sounds like a Bluebeard sort.
So
Bluebeard.
Yeah. War Is Over.
I've got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Across the Universe.
Yeah.
John sings Nothing's Gonna Change My World. Particularly in 1968-69, wouldn't John have wanted change to happen in the world? Nothing's going to change.
But I don't think it should be taken so literally, maybe. And when did he write it, really?
In 68.
68?
As far as unless he wrote it in 67. But given that it has the Jai Guru Deva in it, I'm pretty sure it would have been 68.
Well, maybe it's just about being in the state of meditative state and being, tranquil and all that kind of thing.
Maybe.
for the
I've
moment.
been trying to figure that one out for some years now.
I think in my opinion, you're trying too hard. I don't think it means anything that literal. I mean, you're sitting there and you're meditating. You're doing the mantra,
But he sings
right?
it 12 times in the song. So
Yeah,
it's
but
significant.
nothing's going to change in my world. All is right with the world. I feel tranquil. Deja vu, jagaru, devo. I mean, that's all I think it means. I don't think it means, oh, I'm going. I don't ever want to like change my mind about anything, or I don't know.
Thank
I
you.
think it's just a meditative song. Anybody else got an opinion on that one? All right. The war is over if you want it is a lovely line, proof that even today some don't want war over. Imagine this stuff's going to last forever. I try to get too political. Nothing's ever going to change. Imagine's always going to be popular because nothing's ever going to be world peace. People, as long as there's human beings, which wretched human beings on this world, there's always going to be the need and want for peace and unity. And same thing with this, war is over and all this stuff.
So you never got into Star Trek, did you?
Well, that's fantasy. That never happened. Just like you're never going to get that kind of flight either. I mean, I like Star Trek, but it's a fairy tale. I mean, it's a nice. We want everybody to be like that, but do you think that could ever happen? As long as we have human beings with unique individual brains and thoughts and emotions. What do you think?
Hope.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We'll always have that. We'll always have hope, songs of hope, and imagination. I think will always be viable. I don't want to say too much even right now. I believe me, it's not easy. Let me tell you, not just you, Mark. I'm talking to the audience. It's not easy to keep my mouth shut. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I could do a whole channel about stuff. It's just not the time right now in the world.
No, it's not.
No, I mean, maybe sometime. Well, yeah, that's what I think. A lot of Holmes experts say that there might be better Holmes than him, but I like him. Jeremy Brett, a lot of people say.
I think Rathbone is better than Brett.
Yeah, I like him. We All Stand Together, I thought was your number one worst. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I think.
A very pleasant melody. Come on.
Yeah, I got, at least it's got that, so I can't say it's my worst. Yes, I'm hearing that too. Now, what are you hearing? See, that's what happens when you. Man. Speaking of New Year's Eve, Humphrey Bogart, a big drinker, called it amateur night because non-regular drinkers going out and getting drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, I played a New Year's Eve gig one time, and the people who were sloshed on the dance floor, oh my heavens. That was the last New Year's gig I ever played.
Well, that's the end of that.
What the heck is going pound, pound?
What?
Something's going pound, 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 pound on your end?
Yeah, somebody upstairs. Because that's a wonderful place I live in. Yeah, I have the picture disc. I collect stuff, so I got it for that now because I really care about the song per se. Yeah, nice and banging, huh?
Yeah, I would say to them, put the hammer down.
Yeah, sure. Harvest, I like Harvest. You see, I know Harvest. I like that pretty much all of the album.
Harvest. I love the song Harvest Moon from the 90s.
Me too.
That one's a gorgeous number.
Yeah, I think as Son of Frankenstein, Bela Lugosi's character Igor was probably his best, one of his best after Dracula anyway. And I love Son of Frankenstein. I love Basil Rathbone in Son of Frankenstein because a lot of people either love Rathbone or hate him in there because he's so over the top. He plays a guy slowly going crazy and getting upset and becoming a bundle of uncontrollable nerves. And he acts like it. And some people think of being an uncontrollable bundle of nerves. That's his wife's quote. What's happened to Wolf? He's become an uncontrollable bundle of nerves. So act it. You know, you think they're supposed to be calm and relaxed. No, they become uncontrollable bundle of nerves. Yeah.
Been a few years since I've seen that one. Did they really name him Wolf?
Wolf. Yeah. Wolf von Frankenstein. Yeah. Wolf von Frankenstein. I'm sorry, I put that up already. 67 when he was eating acid like candy. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Damn, I can't imagine how annoying that must be for you. Well, you know, it wasn't that long. The noise upstairs, you know. Yeah.
Well, first of all, Paul wrote the love you take is equal to the love you make.
Yeah. Didn't Paul write everything? I thought he wrote everything. There's that little thing. Hey, he's getting there. If he goes on long enough, he'll name everything. Yeah, but the thing is, with any of these people, I think you go for what the majority. I mean, people get a reputation based on the most thing. That's why people don't like when people say Paul was the soft one and John was the hard one. Paul doesn't like that either, but that's the truth. Paul was basically a more easygoing, softer personality, a more genial kind of person, and also was, you know, the balladeer and everything. That doesn't mean he can't write "I'm Down." Doesn't mean he can't write "Help Me with the Jet." Doesn't mean he can't rock with Helter Skelter.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But that's the exception with Paul. He's more the other guy. What's wrong with it? I'm not saying you, Lila, but sometimes questions bring up other things that I've been meaning to think and meaning to speak about. You know, I don't understand why people have a problem with that. You know, John was basically more of a rough edge, more deep, more complicated, more cerebral than Paul was, and occasionally he could write. You know, he'd be more tender and love and too. You know, that's what I think. I don't know why it bothers people so much to where else the reputations come from. You know, I would think the majority, the standout characteristic, the most.
Again, we don't want to put people in boxes.
I can think of one guy.
We always do.
Oh yeah,
when I say we, I mean as a species.
Oh yeah.
Never watched The Office.
I don't know The Office. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I hear that. There's
these Rolling Stones, Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
Which is one of my favorite Stones songs of all time.
There's these morons across the street from me that almost every day like to blast loud rap music out of their truck. I can hear the bass in my house, and it's so inconsiderate. That's another thing too. Even if you have a house, you could have disturbances, even with your own house, I guess.
This is true.
And a dog barking in the neighbor's yard all the time, all night or something.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, it's a tough life. Yeah, and you know, and there could be a guy upstairs say, you know, there's always this guy downstairs. 8 o'clock in the morning, he starts with this other idiot that he does a live stream with every Friday morning at 8
He's always talking online.
Yeah, and he starts getting mad and raises his voice at his partner and all this stuff. Was Paul the cleanest when it came to drugs? He seemed more level-headed than the rest. I think so, but then again, he's a pothead extraordinaire.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give him that. I'll say
he also went through the depression phase after the Beatles broke up, and it took Linda to get him out of that, and it took probably a year for that really to end.
Sure.
But then, yeah, the pot thing, he was busted several times, and he just didn't seem to learn from the experience.
Yeah.
The thing with the Beatles is each one of those four contributed something very important to make that group work.
Absolutely.
That's why they were so special. That's why we continue to love them today.
Right, I love that. Yeah.
Oh, this is about Son of Frankenstein again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the way it is. There's another one. There's a movie. Well, sometimes I play a clip from there of Bela Lugosi talking to Danny. But the movie The Raven in 1935, Lugosi goes pretty crazy and starts acting really bizarre, wild theatrics. And a guy in the movie, a man says to him, before he gets crazy, he could tell, he goes, this man is, talking about Lugosi, is stark staring mad. Well, how do you act if you're stark staring mad? I don't know. Maybe
Is it any different from acting stark raving mad?
I don't know about that. That's a good question.
Yep.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I go with Marvin Gaye's quote. There's only three things I know: taxes, death, and trouble. Oh.
Yeah.
Trouble Man is one of my favorite tracks. Very clean. Yeah. And
Yeah. 50 watching and 2 likes. What can I tell you? I don't know how this works. I don't know how it works.
I always wait till the end of a video to like it. I don't usually press the like button in the beginning.
Sure. I always got sure.
Because
it's a habit I got, sure. I don't mean sure as in, see, people don't understand that either. My girlfriend got mad when I did that. I was like, she said something. I go, sure. And she goes, what do you do that for? It's like, you don't believe me? It's not, I don't mean like sure as in sure. Oh, yeah, right. Sure. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, I agree. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's what it means. You know, I love John Lennon's album. Whatever. Sure. That's how I mean it when I do that. Man. Well, it looks like we're coming near the end here. Come on, let's go. Maybe that's where I got it from. I'm trying to figure who I got it from. I know Danny does it. Anthony does it. Sure.
The sure thing.
Sure. Come on, man. I gotta finish this album. What am I up to now?
You up.
I got my notes here.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I look forward to the full review.
Me too. Oh man. I think Paul also was an alcoholic at times, by his own admission. He drank, believe it or not.
Yeah, when I was reading, you've read the McCartney Legacy volumes, right?
I haven't. One I read, and 2 I haven't started. I don't know when I'll ever get to it.
Okay, they're both excellent, but 2 is even better than 1.
Yeah,
it was a read I really could not put down. It was just a really good read. And I don't remember anything about him being on cocaine. Now, some of the band members he was working with in Wings were partaking and overindulging, and that really messed things up.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think Paul did. I'd have to read it again, which I may have to do, but I've got so many other books that I'm working on that rereading one, not going to happen for a while.
What is the estimate for when I'll do the box set review?
Well, I think it'll be done when it's done, but that's only an approximate guess.
Today is Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, early next week, something like that.
In the fullness of time.
Right. Let's see. Take it Mark is retired.
Yes. I was in the IT field for for 35 years. Before that, I was in radio for only a few years. And yes, I enjoy retirement very much.
I wish I could say I enjoy it. I don't enjoy nothing. I do. But I mean, it's like, it's better than working. It's great. I don't have to work. But I mean, I don't know what I thought it was going to be. I mean, the fact that I could spend the day listening to this album and writing the notes and getting preparing and making videos, that's all great. But I think I just take it for granted. And it's like, what it is,
How long has it been now?
Oh,
Since you retired?
April of 22. What's that?
That's 3.5 years, just about.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've been retired for 10.5, or not, sorry, 10.25.
And you still love it.
Very much.
Wow.
Never regretted doing it. I was not sure how it would work out, but from day one, never regretted it.
No, I never regret it. That's for sure. But I just don't know. I mean, why I'm not more elated all the time about being retired. There's a lot of great things about it, but
life puts pressure on you even when you're retired. So
that's true. And I never thought that would happen. But I always thought, well, my job was so damn stressful. I thought, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, Venus and Mars. But I like so many different iterations of Wings that I can't pick my favorite on it, believe it or not. I mean, 71, 73. I also like the 79. I also like Back to the Egg.
Sure.
But I can't even think when I would pick,
I think they all have merit. They all produced some wonderful music.
Does having to do these videos take away from the fun of listening to recordings? You're thinking more of the video rather than enjoying the sets? Oh, that's a good question. No, I have fun preparing for the review as well as listening to them. But I already have noticed. I notice little things. I hear little things a lot of people don't hear. And I noticed like something the couple of reviews I watched so far, I haven't heard anybody mention this, and I spotted it, As Sean said to me in an email, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it in front of me, he has an amazing set of ears and doesn't miss a thing.
That's high praise.
He said that. I was like, wow. He said, who is this guy? I'd like to thank him. And then finally got in touch a little bit. So, and but that also has to do with me complaining about things I didn't like missing.
Yeah. That was always the risk.
And if you had the luck of the
yeah, I know that I've gotten involved in some podcasts about Star Trek where I've participated in reviews of some of the movies and some of the Next Generation episodes. And I've really enjoyed going back, watching the episodes, taking notes on them, and then writing up my thoughts and then participating in the reviews. So it actually enhanced my enjoyment of those things.
Oh, there you go.
But I'm not doing them on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Most of the time. There was a month where I did a lot of those Star Trek reviews, and I enjoyed it enough that I'd like to do more, but there are certain times when I'm able to do that and certain times when not. So hopefully I'll get a chance to do it again.
Well, one thing I will say, sort of relating to this question, is one thing that gets in the way is when I go to record shows, or when I'm flipping through records and I'm recording them, that takes away from the show. You put the camera away and just do your thing, because I'm there to I'm recording records. I'm not really paying attention. The same thing at the Beatle Fest. When I go to a Beatle Fest and I'm up there recording everything and everybody, and I'm running around doing that, I'm not really involved. I'm not letting myself get lost in the convention. I'm too busy documenting it, the convention. That happens.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. Well, I not really asked him. It's not that he doesn't let me. I kind of mentioned it when I first talked to him a little bit in 2020, and he said, "Sure, well, maybe we can arrange something one day or something." I got the impression that's 5 years ago. I got the impression it was like, yeah, yeah, okay, maybe one day, the kind of thing. And I'm like, okay, he doesn't do many. He doesn't do many.
Is he still doing anything with Les Claypool, or is that over?
I don't know. That's another thing. I really have to get my shit together. If I ever talk to him, I got to like really up my game, step up my game in what this other work stuff. It's not just going to be about John Lennon's son.
That is very true.
So there's all that.
And you'll have to ask him about Ghost of the Saber-Toothed Tiger and things like that.
Which I sometimes tell a story when my nephew came over here. And one time we were doing things like just playing different songs for each other, and he brought that album over, and he played me a couple of tracks that I liked, and I said, "Well, I like this," and he said, "Well, I thought you would. That's why I brought it over." He knows enough about me what he thinks I might like, So, oh, hey, Rocco. Okay, yeah. I wonder if that's one. I think I've seen the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I haven't seen that particular one.
You're talking about Star Trek. So you're a pretty big Trekkie, or Trekker, or Trekkie. What is it?
Yeah.
Is that all the series?
Pretty much. There are some of the modern ones. Well, I was never the biggest fan of Voyager or Enterprise, although the last 2 seasons of Enterprise are really good. And with New Trek or Modern Trek, it's hit and miss. But I continue to watch all of it. And Gary is quite right that Lucille Ball with Desilu Studios put it on the air.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you this one. When I was going in high school, and I was in high school in the 70s, but Star Trek was still popular on TV, and I had never seen it. And, again, to this day, I haven't seen every episode. I'm ashamed to say, because every time I do sit down to try to watch some episodes, I like them. I like the original series pretty much. And I have the old series that have what do they call them? The plastic colored DVDs. The DVDs are in the cases like the Gizmo thing.
Yeah, I don't know what you call it. Just the clamshell boxes.
Yeah, before they put in the new footage and remaster stuff and all that. But anyway, and I could name a lot of episodes that I really love there, from there. And then the Next Generation, whenever I'm watching episodes, some of them go over my head, some of them technical or whatever. But I always get the feeling that although I liked some of the characters on it, maybe I could be wrong. I joke around because my girlfriend loves the Next Generation. And I always say to her, do they ever leave the ship? It seems to me like a lot of times they're just on there talking about problems and things, and they don't really explore as much as I'd like down to other strange new worlds and things like that. Maybe I'm wrong. But every time I watch it, that seems to be the case.
They leave the ship a fair amount in Next Generation. Now, a lot of the modern shows, particularly Strange New Worlds, supposedly they were going to discover a lot of other worlds, but it's really strange new genres. They try to do a different genre with each episode. So, and the characters are very interesting, very well acted. The effects are great. The writing is mixed on the modern shows.
Where do you stand with Spock's brain?
That's a personal favorite simply because it's the first full episode I got to see, and I saw it in its original airing. I'd seen part of City on the Edge of Forever the previous summer when I was visiting my grandfather, but then I wound up being able to stay up late on the season premiere of the 3rd season of Star Trek and got to see Spock's brain. And at the age I was at the time, which was, 68, so I would have been 12, I really enjoyed it. And unfortunately, that was the last first run Star Trek I got to see. I didn't get to see the other ones until it went into syndication a couple of years later. And then I took the deep dive that I'm still diving into. But I enjoy Spock's Brain. I just, in fact, wrote a Facebook post responding to somebody who was talking about Spock's Brain, and I enumerated some of the good things that were in it.
Well, let me give you some episodes that pop in my mind. I'm usually pretty good with titles, all right? Charlie X, I like.
It's okay. It's not a favorite.
I'm going to make you disappear. I like Shore Leave.
Yeah, it's good. Sorry, which one?
Shore Leave.
Shore Leave is fun.
Okay, Enemy Within.
Excellent.
Yeah, I love that one. I like the Galileo 7.
That's a very good insight into Spock's character.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Now, I mean, there's other ones too, but I know those are the main ones that come to mind. Well, anyway, but
I think all of those are from the first season.
Yeah. I remember. I used to like the third season they had, but what was the one? I want to get All Our Yesterdays. I think it's called.
Yeah, it's one of the last ones they did.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, and
I have a soft spot for that one too. Although logically, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's a fun episode.
Yeah, I mean,
have you seen Balance of Terror from the first with the Romulans? The introduction of the Romulans.
Oh, that one, yeah. I remember the scene. They used to show it. They used to show it as a commercial. I think when he gives them.
Yeah, it's a superb episode. It is one of my absolute favorites, and it also introduces the actor Mark Leonard, who continued later as Spock's father. In that one, he plays a Romulan commander.
Oh, okay. Well, I know they were limited then in effects, but the Romulans are so different from that first encounter compared to how they became later on. Not the Romulans.
No, it's the Klingons.
The Klingons, I meant. The Klingons.
The Romulans are pretty good. The main thing they did to the Romulans in The Next Generation is they gave them shoulder pads.
And I love the character of Data. I love the character of Data very much.
Brent Spiner is magnificent as Data.
And one of the movies I liked, I mean, I'm no diehard, but I saw the movie. Was it First Contact or Generations? What was the one with the Borg movie?
First Contact.
Yeah, I think I liked that one. And I remember there was one of them where I thought was a funny joke where I don't know if they gave a chip to Data or something to understand, or humor or something. And I think Geordi was it.
That's Generations.
Told the joke, and he started laughing at it. He goes, "I told you that joke like a couple of years ago." I know, I just got it.
Yeah,
like that. I thought that was funny.
Mr. Tricorder.
All right. All I could say for me about Mars Attacks is when I first got a Blu-ray DVD player, I got it at the launch date in March of '97. And that was one of the first DVDs I could find. I didn't know anything about Mars Attack. I just bought whatever I could find. I thought it was fun then, but I haven't seen it since '97.
Yeah. It's amusing. Have you seen They Live with Roddy Piper?
No.
You should check that one out. That's a good one.
Trouble with Tribbles. There you go.
Trouble with Tribbles is excellent. The magnificent David Gerrold.
Planning on ordering Next Generation Blu-ray set soon.
You won't be disappointed. It's a good.
When you say, you mean the whole series?
I'm sure he means the whole series.
Oh boy,
7 seasons with nearly 26 episodes in all. Season 2 is a little bit shorter because there was a writer's strike preceding it.
Yeah. Yep. Darren, no singing today. I'm getting close to the 2-hour mark too, so then I'm gonna have to pick my girlfriend up. She's out of work today.
Oh, that's too bad. But it also brings in money, so there you go.
Oh, sure. Oh man. Sure.
Yeah. Arid Extra Dry too.
Yeah, that's another one. Got my speed stick right up there if I could show it. What am I gonna play next on this thing? What am I up to next?
Well, baby, please don't go. Maybe.
This is the next one opening up. See, this is the inside with the CDs. You'll know. Oh, my neck just cracked again. Wow, snapped like a twig in the back. Oh,
careful. Mine does that a lot.
What is that? I mean, I could do. I just happen to like lean forward or something. And I look down and snap. I'm like,
yeah,
didn't do anything.
My
anyway,
acupuncturist says it's arthritis, but I don't know if that's really.
I hate hearing that. I don't mind having arthritis. I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? You know, give me a break. 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm up to. I just did the Evolution documentary. Now I got to do New York City Studio Jam. That's just them playing stuff like Ain't That a Shame, Send Me Some Lovin'.
Oh, that could be interesting because I don't know if we've heard all of those.
A lot of shaking, all that kind of stuff. New York City, the Elements mixes. What do they do with Elements mixes again? Is that just going to be when they stick?
I always confuse the Elements mixes with the Evolution mixes. I think the Elements mixes is where they cut out some of the instruments, and the Evolution ones is where they show how the song evolved.
Yeah, the
multiple takes. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right about the Evolution, but the Elements mixes. I gotta see because it Elements mixes. Invisible Strings.
Yeah, John had a lot of fun naming parts of his bands.
So they're going to be putting the stuff on there, I guess. String tracks record. See, that doesn't interest me.
Yeah, we'll have some fun when Walls and Bridges comes out when we can talk about Dr. Winston O'Gherkin and the like.
Yeah. All those cool names. Yeah. Can you hear the edit where the missing song should be as you are used to hearing it originally?
No, I'm sure you can't.
You
mean in the concerts? Probably about the Woman song.
On the album?
Probably on the one-to-one concerts.
No.
I'm sure they just blend it like they blend any.
You'd never know that was missing.
Album.
Well, that's true too. Don't get me wrong. Some of it I accept.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, you have to have definitely an acceptance. Some of them.
Did you go through the other stages of grief first?
Well, I mean, like I don't want to be. You say, yeah, I have you have aches and pains. That's part of it. Don't want to be blind, deaf. Don't want to be Parkinson, something bad, something severe, dementia. No, the heartaches and pains. Oh, maybe, you can't stand up as long, or I'm just coming up with ideas. You stand up as long, you can't walk as far. These are all part of it that you got to accept to a point. Although I could walk pretty far because I've always walked, and I'm used to that. What are you talking about before I make my decision here? I don't know what you're talking about. Lost. What am I talking about?
We were talking about the Elements mixes.
No, but I mean, I'm wondering why do not question authority and you are free to do what we tell you to do. What's this all coming from?
I don't know.
Yeah, Lila. Yeah, I don't know exactly. If you mean the concert, I don't hear anything. Yeah, I'll be talking about a lot of that stuff.
Yep.
Sunday, bloody Sunday, bloody Sunday.
Oy, oy, oy.
The songs are stuck in my head now.
I'm sorry.
Listen, you. All right, I don't see anybody else coming up with anything, so we're about 2 hours. So thank you, Mark, for being here. Thank you, everybody. I'm still listening to thank you, everyone. I'm listening to the John Lennon, just in case you're joining us at the end. I'm listening to the John Lennon. Okay, from the movie They Live. Okay.
Okay. Very good. Call back. Nice.
Hopefully I'll be able to get this review up as soon as I can, even though it's a little anticlimactic. lately.
No,
But
it's not.
the way you got to look at the reviews is opening the boxes and showing them is anticlimactic, I should say. But
Mm.
everybody's review, personal opinion, that should be their own and unique. So that's always different because it's somebody else reviewing it. All right. So, okay, everybody. I will talk soon. End the stream now.